everybody, this is Mr. Decoteau from St. Paul High School. This video is for my geometry classes. This video we're going to talk about section 6.2. We're going to talk about the properties of parallelograms. This is on page 312 in the textbook if you'd like to follow along. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is some theorems. So opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Remember in section 6.1 that we learned that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel, but they're also congruent. Notice I have a single hash mark here saying that these two are congruent, and I have a double hash mark here saying that these are congruent. If this was a single hash mark, that would say that this is congruent to this, which is not the case. So just understand that. That's why there's a double versus a single. Okay? Theorem 6.2 states that opposite angles within a parallelogram are congruent. So if they are opposite, okay, so here and here, then they are congruent. Okay, if they are next to each other, they are supplementary. Okay, so opposites are congruent. Okay, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So if I draw a diagonal from opposite corner to opposite corner, what happens is that when they intersect, it cuts each one of these in half. Now there's no relationship saying that this is equal to this, or this is equal to this. It's just they bisect each other, so they cut each other in half. Okay? So the way you would solve this to find out if they're congruent or what the measurement was, is you would set the opposite halves equal to each other. Okay? No relationship between this one and this one here. So just be aware of that. Alright, so if we look to the right here, I've got a problem set up. So, I'd like to know the length of the sides and the measurement of those angles. So, what we're going to do is opposite angles are equal to each other. So, 6y plus 4 is equal to 3y plus 37. We're going to subtract 3y from both sides. So 3y plus 4 is equal to 37. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. 3y is equal to 33. Divide both sides, not by y, by 3. Y is equal to 11. Now when I plug this in, they should be congruent. So 6 times 11 plus 4 is equal to 70. 3 times 11 plus 37 is equal to 70. It checks out. Okay, so both of these angles are 70 degrees. So if this is 70, this is 70, that means that this is 110 and this is 110. Let's take a look at the two sides. Opposite sides are congruent. So 3x minus 15 is equal to 2x plus 3. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. 1x minus 15 is equal to 3. I'm going to add 15 to both sides. 1x is equal to 18. Divide both sides by 1. X is equal to 18. So let's plug it in. 2 times 18 is 36 plus 3. This is 39. 3 times 18 is 54. Minus 15 is 39. Okay, so don't be afraid to write these equations out and solve them. Very important once you get your value of the variable to plug it back in to check your work. It doesn't mean anything if you get your x is 18 and if you plug it in and they're not true, the statements that you're stating, then your variable, then what you solve for is wrong. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me as always. So what I need to do is pages 315 to 316, examples 1 through 16 all. Thank you and have a good day.